scares me. But anyway, more positive things. Winning, winning championships. So yeah, man, you bought Real Bedford FC with backed with Bitcoin, and things kind of became a bit of a runaway success.
Yeah, man, we
I
won the league.
yeah, I can't, not that I was like sitting there in disbelief, but I mean, I kind of was. I was like, the guy took over like this year, basically.
Well,
Like
I
what
had
was
them
it?
for like just under half the season when I first took it over, but there's not much you can do when a season's halfway through. I say judge us on our first full season where I got to put my manager in place and put in my strategy. And, we won the league by 9 points. We won the cup, the county cup. We got promoted. We're now in the next league above, and we're going to go and do the same again, hopefully.
I hope so. I mean, it's exciting to see. So maybe just before we go a bit deeper into what you've been doing with it, like
Mm.
when we say that you bought it backed with Bitcoin, what exactly does that mean?
Well, so, I mean, I didn't physically buy it with Bitcoin. I bought it with a strategy backed by Bitcoiners, let's say that. In that, I've made it a team that Bitcoiners feel like it's theirs. Like this is our team that's taken on the big boys. We've got a Bitcoin logo on our shirt. We've got different Easter eggs on our shirt. You can buy your tickets, your burgers, anything on a match day on your merch with Bitcoin. We have Bitcoin running through our DNA, and therefore it's a team that Bitcoiners can feel part of. And obviously that supports our commercial goals. They buy, they can watch our games and I buy jerseys. But also it's a team that is backed by Bitcoiners who run Bitcoin companies. We have Bitcoin companies who sponsor us. So, you know, I've used the Bitcoin cheat code to make this team a success, and so far it's working.
Yeah, the shirts are great, man. I love the Bitcoin logo on them. Gotta
There you
say,
go.
the orange one particularly. Um,
Have you
so
got one?
I don't have one. I should get one. I should get
I
one.
should I should send you one.
You should send me
Send me
one.
your address and I'll send you one.
I will. I'll wear it on the next show.
There you go.
That'd be fun. Um, so I've some of the articles I've read. No, you can't believe everything you read in the press, but some of the articles I've read suggest that quite a lot of the community in Bedford were quite skeptical when you first took over. So, like, what was the actual reaction like when you came in and decided, right, okay, we're going to try this new thing that no one's really ever done before?
Yeah, look, it's mixed reactions. I obviously came out with some quite bold statements, and I think some people thought, "Who's this idiot? We've heard this all before. Shut up! You don't understand football." There were some people who came in, like heard it and thought, "Okay, this is exciting. We'll give it a shot." And then there's some people who support like a local team or people involved in football who just hate us because we're different. Some people just involved in football. If it's not your team, they hate everything any other team does, especially if it's different and disruptive. And so I made the statements, but there has been a change in the you know in the response that like we've seen the tide turn, and I think that's because we delivered. I said we're going to do it. We won the league. Great. Okay. By the way, that's not credit to me. That's credit to the manager and the team. Um, and we now have a ladies' team. We have 200 young girls playing under the name Real Bedford. Things that we're making differences. We've got people flying in from all over the world to come and watch us play. We run our meetup. So I think it's more because there's promising and there's delivering. We made the promise, fine. A lot of skepticism. We've now delivered. So skepticism's dropped from some people. Others are still skeptical. So yeah, it's been interesting seeing the responses and how they've changed.
Hmm. I mean, I'm sure winning the league definitely won a few people over.
Yeah, it did. And, we've just got an article on the back page of the local paper today talking about my plans for football in Bedford. And I think I'm starting to win some people over.
Hmm. So, right, when they make the Moneyball style film about this, who's going to play you?
Ooh, who's going to play me? God. Jonah Hill.
Jonah?
I mean, he
Oh,
knows
no, man,
the.
you definitely have to lose some weight for that.
Don't know, man. I'm a bit podgy myself. I don't know who would be good. Who's about the right age? What about the guy who plays all the English people? Who played Tony Blair and what's his name? Michael. I forgot his name.
Um,
I
I'm not sure.
mean, I'd obviously like someone handsome to play me.
Yeah. Well, you could get we could do like James McAvoy. I reckon he could pull you off.
He's Scottish though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's an actor. He'll deal with that.
Yeah, I'm not having a Scottish guy playing me. Come on, man. The Scots hate us.
Yeah, maybe we would turn it down.
Yeah.
Uh, so tell me a little bit more about the meetup. So yeah, there's like a Bitcoin meetup before every game, right? So what exactly is that? Like, what's going on? What are people talking about? What's the vibe like?
Yeah. So once a month we host a Bitcoin meetup before a game. So it's Bitcoiners who like our team can come along and watch us, come along and just hang out. But also it's a chance to kind of introduce local people to Bitcoin who are a bit kind of, I don't know, intrigued about what we're doing. A bit like, oh, what are these guys up to? And so, yeah, once a month we do it. We're a home game. We'll get a guest speaker in and, we'll give a talk. It might be Bitcoin basics. It might be hardware wallets. And what's quite interesting is we kind of have this core group who come every time. And some of them come, right? They don't even stay for the game afterwards. They literally come for the meetup and then they leave. I'm like, why are you staying for the game? They're like, I don't like football. It's kind of funny. But we've had players. Some of the players turn up and sit and and listen to what we've got to talk about. And so for us, it's a place for anyone who's skeptical, who doesn't understand. It's like, just come to a meetup, give up an hour of your time, see what you can learn. And I think it's been interesting. I think we'll get a few more this year. Now there's a little bit more interest around what we're doing.
So do people get a discount if they pay with Bitcoin and stuff at the grind?
Nope.
No discount.
No.
Oh,
no discount.
So have you noticed like locals paying in Bitcoin more than when like what's the adoption rate been like?
No, it's the Bitcoiners who come along who do it. The locals are just like, what's it? But the great thing about it, look, if you don't give a shit about Bitcoin, right? Say you're like, I like football, but fuck Bitcoin, fuck this Pete McCormack guy. They can come along. They can buy their tickets with their pounds. They can buy their burger and beer with their pounds. They can watch a game of football and leave. And they don't have to give a damn about Bitcoin. They absolutely don't. But if you're a Bitcoiner who comes along, you want to pay for everything Bitcoin, you can. If you want to come hang out with Bitcoiners and watch a football match, you can. You can have whatever experience you want, and all of them support the goal of the football club.
That sounds great. Have you noticed like any adoption of like Bitcoin in the area surrounding the stadium or like in Bedford itself?
No, and I've been reluctant to push it because I'm very careful about managing the perception of what we're doing, and I would hate people to do that and then lose some money, right? That would suck. So I'm super careful about that, but there will come a time, at the right time, we will start pushing that and start helping people, accept Bitcoin. But that's I want another year of getting the club right and getting people behind the club before I start doing that stuff.
Yeah, win them over a bit. So what's your history? Like, why Bedford?
That's where I'm from, dude. I grew up here. I love this town. I want to do something for the people in my town. It's a deprived town. It's got great parts to it, but it has got its areas of deprivation. And what can I do to contribute to it? Wouldn't it be great to have this successful football team that gets in the football league and people can create businesses off the back of it? And if we can get more people playing football and get outside and enjoying life, if I can do that for just my little town where I'm from, that would make me super happy.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's how you change the world, man. One little fucking one act of random kindness at a time.
One Bedford at a time.
One Bedford at a time. So, like, how long were you thinking about doing this? Is it something that you've like wanted to do for a long time?
Since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told my dad when I was a teenager, I was like, Dad, I'm gonna one day be rich and buy our local football team. I'm not rich, but I managed to buy the team working with other Bitcoiners. But I live in a town that should have a team in the football league. And for whatever reason, it hasn't. Like somebody hasn't had the right plan or whatever, but it's just not happened. And we need six promotions, and we've done our first one. This year, we're going to give it everything to go and do it again, and I think we've got a good chance. And we'll do the same again next year, and I think we've got a good chance. But it will get harder. It will get a lot harder. Every division you go up, it gets, the difficulty compounds. But we have a plan, right? And so, look, if Bitcoin keeps growing and we keep delivering, we might just do this.
Hey everyone, thanks for making it right the way to the end of the podcast. I love that you tuned in this long. Do me a favor, hit subscribe, because 80% of you bastards are not subscribing, but you're watching my videos. See you next time.